Tennessee Titans rookie receiver Jha'Quan Jackson had a fantastic performance against the Seattle Seahawks and solidified his spot on the roster. I'll show you what I saw on tape on today's film breakdown from Tic Tac Titans. Titans fans, welcome to another Tic Tac Titans film breakdown, your home for Tennessee Titans X's and O's. I'm your host, Tyler Rowland, 25 years as a Tennessee Titans fanatic. I've covered the team for USA Today, Sports Illustrated, and hosted the #1 Tennessee Titans podcast in the world, Locked On Titans, for 5 seasons. I'm also a certified film junkie, breaking down the X's and O's with you guys all year long. On today's episode, we're going to take a look at the performance of Titans rookie receiver Jha'Quan Jett Jackson. He had 4 catches for 57 yards against the Seattle Seahawks, and he could have had a lot more. Jackson's obviously going to have a role as a kick returner for the Titans this year, but I think he can also make an impact as a wide receiver as he continues to grow. So before we dive into today's film breakdown, do want to ask you to make sure you get subscribed and stay subscribed. I'm going to have year-round free Titans film content on the channel all season long. Also, make sure you hit a thumbs up on the video and throw a Titan up down in the chat. But with all that being said, as we always do, let's step into the film room. Our first play here, we're going to have Jha'Quan Jackson in the slot right here, and he's just going to run a vertical route up the seam and make a really, really physical catch on a throw from Malik Willis. All right, so taking a look at this play and how it kind of develops. Like I mentioned, you have Jha'Quan Jackson right here in the slot, okay? And this is just going to be all vertical, all go, 4 verts, off a play action, whatever you want to call it. So Malik Willis is going to hit the play action fake right here. And then on the outside, you're going to have, I believe that's Mason Kinsey or Sam Schnee on a vertical. You're going to have Steven Stellanos on a vertical down the seam. You're going to have Bryce Oliver on a vertical right here. And then you're going to have Jha'Quan Jackson. And Jha'Quan Jackson gets a little bit of width at first, so he can get around this cornerback right here. And then he brings this thing up here. And it works very, very well. The play opens up perfectly for this route concept for Jha'Quan Jackson because of what Seattle does on defense. So that's what the Titans are running, just a 4 vertical concept. What Seattle is doing here is they are running a 2-high look with 2 high safeties, and then they're going to have this safety come back into the middle of the field as a deep third. They're going to roll from a 2-high look into cover 3. So you're going to have cover 3 corner over here on deep third, cover 3 corner over here on deep third. We looked at this during the Malik Willis video as well, so maybe you'll recognize some of the things that we're talking about. We got an over-the-middle hook defender, over-the-middle hook defender, and then we're going to have 2 curl flats over here. Guys, this safety is going to drop down to that level. This safety is going to be right here. So again, we have Jha'Quan Jackson just on this seam route, and he's going to get around the safety, but then start to bend inside to get away from this cornerback right here. And it's good route running from a rookie. It's sort of heady stuff that you want to see him be able to do. So gets around the corner. All right, and then from here, you know that he is worried about this cornerback. You got pretty good room with this safety. So instead of just continuing to go straight, he's going to kind of bend this in just a little bit to get a little more room from that cornerback behind him. And that's literally just enough room for him to make that catch as he's getting absolutely hammered right there. Bam. And a great physical catch as well from Jha'Quan Jackson. That's going to be important. And at his size, it's going to be something that he's always going to be questioned about. You get a real good angle of the hit right here. Bam! Smacked. And you can tell that he felt it a little bit, but good physical catch from the rookie. So on our second play here, we're going to have just a classic play action concept. You're going to have Jha'Quan Jackson right here in the slot, and Malik Willis is going to hit the play action fake to, I believe, Jabari Small in the backfield. Yep, play action. And then hit Jha'Quan Jackson on the low drag route. And he's able to catch it, get some good yards, turn up field, and get a first down. So, again, this is a classic play-action concept. You're going to have the play action right here, Malik Willis is going to then turn around and look. You got a vertical clear out route from Sam Schnee right here. Mason Kinsey is going to run the deep crossing route. And then you're going to have Jha'Quan Jackson right here on the low drag. All right, this is a concept that the Titans should be using Jha'Quan Jackson in all year long, because it gives him the opportunity to make an easy catch in space and then just use his physical gifts to make explosive plays for the Titans. Again, this is a really nice gain for the Titans on 2nd and 10, gets them a first down and more. That's just really good stuff from the rookie at the end of the day. And he gets the face mask call, which gives the Titans another 15 yards. So excellent stuff. So on this one, the Titans are going to run a zone beating concept. They're basically just trying to find one guy open within the zone, and they're going to find him. And it's Jett Jackson with what might be my favorite play from the entire night for Jett Jackson here. So it's going to be a little bit of motion. I love the Titans' use of motion. They're going to hit Jett Jackson. Now watch him catch this ball in between all those defenders and at the angle that he did. It's really impressive. So, of course, we're going to get a better look at it here. The Titans are going to have Jett Jackson right here in the slot. They got Bryce Oliver coming in motion, and he is going to hit kind of a vertical crossing route right here. Sam Schnee is at the bottom. He's just running a little drag route. But you're going to get a flat route right here from the tight end. And then, again, you have Jha'Quan Jackson. He's going to kind of take I would call it a diagonal release here. And then he's just trying to sit down in between the middle of all the defenders. So he's just got a quick sit-down route here. And again, you have a flat route, then you have the deep crosser trying to open things up. And that's exactly what happens. The Seahawks are in a cover 3 zone right here. They're going to have deep middle, deep third. All right, deep third's over here as well, bailing off of Schnee. All right, you got your hook defender right here, hook defender right here, and then your curl flat guy right here. All right, so as you can see, the deep crosser from Bryce Oliver occupies number 40. It takes the hook defender out of this space right here. The flat route from Thomas Odukoye pulls this defender just enough down here. And since this is the deep third, he knows that he's got deep responsibility. So he can't be too far up on Jha'Quan Jackson because he's got to make sure that he doesn't get beat deep by anything. Maybe he turned this into a wheel route. You never know. He's got to make sure he does his job. So Jha'Quan Jackson is smart enough to just sit it right down, right here in between all of these guys. And gotta say, look at this defender right here barreling down on Mason Rudolph. Hell of a throw by Mason Rudolph. He's throwing this ball right now when I hit play. And this defender is literally still looking at him in between him and Jha'Quan Jackson doesn't even have his head turned around. But watch Jha'Quan Jackson with the catch too, because he comes back to the quarterback, and not only that, but he kind of floats in the air towards the sideline as he catches it and instantly turns it into yards after catch. Look how he floats over in front of the defender. I mean, that is, look at this shot Rudolph's about to take. Boom. Look, fades in front of the defender, catches it, breaks a tackle, and gets more yards. That is my favorite play of the night from Jett Jackson, in my opinion. Excellent stuff right there. So out of Jha'Quan Jackson's performance, this was easily the simplest catch of the night, but this is something that he should be able to do for the Titans this season. I think it's important that he's able to play this kind of role in short yardage situations. So the Titans are just going to have a spread 5-wide look. They got 5 guys spread out wide. Malik Willis in the backfield by himself, just trying to hit a quick throw here, get some quick yardage. And Jha'Quan Jackson is basically going to be tasked with coming over the middle of the field and finding a hole in a zone. So you're going to have a hook defender right here, this linebacker. You're going to have a hook defender right here. And Jha'Quan Jackson is basically just going to bring this thing right in between them and sit straight down. And, I mean, on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3, something like this with how quick Jha'Quan Jackson is, that should work more than it fails. So this is something that Jha'Quan Jackson can do immediately for the Titans this season. Just quick sit down, nowhere to be. Boom, right there. Now, he could have pushed it even further up here. Like, he could have, for sure. But he knows that the linebacker backed off pretty far. So I'm just going to sit here and make myself a target for the quarterback because this is supposed to be a quick hitting play. So I'm just sitting straight down because I have enough room, and then I can catch and hopefully run here sometime in the future. Doesn't work out that way here, but you can see what the plan would be. Little quicker on the throw, and he'd probably be able to turn that up pretty quick. Boom. Takes communication, though, to be on time there and know exactly where you want your guy to be and know where he's going to sit down. So tough to do in the preseason, but throughout time, Jha'Quan Jackson should be able to not only catch that and make easy first downs on short yardage, but also maybe turn that into some big plays with all the space that he has. So we went over Jha'Quan Jackson's 4 catches in the game. Now I want to go over some missed opportunities because Jha'Quan Jackson could have had a monster game in this game based on his personal performance alone. And we looked at this play when we did the Malik Willis film breakdown from yesterday on the Tic Tac Titans channel. If you haven't watched that, go check that out. But this is going to be remembered by people because it's a miss to Nick Westbrook-Akine on a play action deep crossing combination. But really what I want to do is, so he misses the NWI, and that's what we saw. But really what I want to do is show how open Jha'Quan Jackson was. So you're going to have this deep crossing route from NWI here, and then vertical clear from Mason Kinsey, I believe. But right here, Jha'Quan Jackson has the other side of this deep crossing route over the middle, okay? And what I want to point out is that this deep safety in deep third here, because of the vertical route of Mason Kinsey, this safety is floating over to this side. Look, he's on this hash mark already. Ball is on the other hash. This guy is playing deep third, and he's all the way on this hash mark right here. All right, so basically, this ball, in my opinion, Nick Westbrook-Akine hits off a defender, this and that. So you could say, it's not Malik Willis's fault that they didn't hook up. There's the bump right here. Boom. But why is he bumping into that defender? Why? Because Jha'Quan Jackson has 5 yards of separation. Maybe not 5, like 3. 3 yards of separation already. Look at that. Okay, and the safety is pointed inside right now. He is worried about this vertical route because Kinsey is getting loose over here. Okay? I do believe Kinsey even throws up his hands behind him because he thinks the ball might be coming because he thinks he's open. And guess what? He is. Look at that separation. So it goes to NWI right here. He hits off this Seattle defender who's way behind Jha'Quan Jackson. But with this safety turned, if this ball goes to Jha'Quan Jackson, this is a walk-in 50-some yard touchdown. Look how open he is. And then the defenders connect too. Look how much separation Kinsey had over there. Look at that. Look at that separation. So, I know that it's not maybe Malik Willis's fault that it didn't get to NWI because of the collision, but NWI might have been the 3rd least profitable wide receiver available, and Jha'Quan Jackson would have scored easily if this ball is just floated out here. So, I'm not going to be too hard on Malik for not seeing that. Maybe that's not where the design of the play is supposed to go, but just saying Jha'Quan Jackson won big time on that route. So this play was also from our Malik Willis film breakdown. Malik does a good job here of getting it out to the back and getting a good gain on the play, dumps it off to Chestnut. But what I want to do is focus in a little bit more on Jha'Quan Jackson and where he's at. So route concept on the outside, you have, I think it's NWI, it's Mason Kinsey, I do believe. On the outside, on a deep end, you're going to have Jha'Quan Jackson also on an in route. I believe NWI is a vertical clear route here, tight end, out into the flat, and then Chestnut's going to come up here to block and then leak out. But what I want to point out here is how open Jha'Quan Jackson is on this play. So watch as he gets around the defensive back and turns in the middle. Now, I had someone tell me that the linebacker is watching Malik Willis's eyes and he can't throw this in route right here because of this linebacker right here. Absurd. I mean, this is wide open in the NFL. This is wide open. Look how far up this linebacker is. This linebacker cannot interrupt this play with a proper throw. I mean, if Malik throws a low bullet right at the linebacker, then sure, he'll hit it. But any kind of feathery touch at all, I mean, you don't even have to lob it. It just has to be a little layered here, floated out for a catch and run. I mean, this is wide open. Jha'Quan Jackson would have caught this. They're on the 14. Would have caught this at the 24. So that's 10 yards right there. And then all this room, who knows what happens? That's maybe a 30, 40-yard play that Malik Willis is leaving on the table by not hitting Jha'Quan Jackson there, and instead running to the other side and dumping it off the... So he gets 10 yards on the play when he throws it off to Julius Chestnut, but we're passing up a 30, 40-yard gain for a 10-yarder because we just didn't see it, or what? So this isn't a Malik Willis video. I just wanted to show you guys how open Jha'Quan Jackson was on some other plays, and Malik Willis just didn't throw it to him. You know, the first one is understandable. Maybe that's, you know, the backside dig or the backside crosser. Maybe that's not part of the read. It's, you know, the vertical and then the Nick Westbrook-Akine crosser coming over. Maybe it's a 1-2. All right. But this, Malik is staring right at him. Please do not tell me that this linebacker is part of that play if you throw this ball right here. There's no way. So, anyways, Jha'Quan Jett Jackson, looking fantastic. Titans fans, I hope you guys enjoyed that film breakdown on Jha'Quan Jackson. Again, a great performance. Could have been really, really nice performance if he got a couple of opportunities where he got open. I think Jackson can have a major role on this Titans special teams unit and then have a pretty minor but important role on the Titans offense as a rookie. I think he solidified that number 6 spot in the wide receiver room. But let me know how you guys feel about Jha'Quan Jett Jackson, as I like to call him, down below. Throw a thumbs up on the video, a tighten up in the chat. And as I tell you guys, I am your host, Tyler Rowland. Got to remind you, as I always tell you guys, tighten up.